They have chosen to follow my advice. Therefore, no appeal has been filed in the Vodafone case. I am not aware of the fact that whether Shell has a similar or an identical case. But everybody keeps telling me that Shell has the same case and you are saying the same thing. Well, if it is same and the decision is same, then I guess it should get the same treatment. But that is subject to examination. Because once you take a decision on a point of principle, and the principle in this case was that the transaction was not taxable as per existing Indian Income Tax Act. Tomorrow the act can be amended. That's up to the government. But as of now, this transaction could not have been taxed, was my view.
Very curious case where you have decided that the government should not appeal it. The Solicitor General had decided the matter should be challenged, while the tax department also decided it should be challenged. So how difficult was it for you to take this decision also? Do you stick by your decision despite the Solicitor General believing otherwise?
See, the tax department is a litigant in the case. And therefore they would have a particular line of reasoning. As far as the Solicitor General and I are concerned, we have given our advice. It's not a decision. It's not correct to say it's a decision. He had his own view, which he expressed. I had my own view. The FM called a meeting, and as you know, the FM is an old friend, whether it's for me or whether it's for the SG. So he called us, the income tax people were there, the revenue people were there, we had a discussion, everybody expressed their views, then finally the FM must have taken his own call and then went to the cabinet. So there is no discomfiture or any uncomfortable feeling between me and the SG. It happens every day between lawyers, so there's no problem.
Does that mean that similar cases also will have a breather where there is transfer of shares between the parent company and its Indian arm, where there is the issue of rights involved?
You have to examine every decision, because transfer pricing involves two parties, transfer of shares issued by one, it's an Indian entity, then there's a foreign entity. So every case has to be examined. And upon examination of this case, we found that there was no real reason to appeal, and one should not have the same mindset which has been going on for the last several years, that every decision must go to the Supreme Court. No bureaucrat, by and large, is willing to take a decision that we accept the decision of the High Court or the lower court, and every case is, bunged into the Supreme Court. That mindset should change.
My final question to you: Do you think that there is any need of an amendment of the Income Tax Act to say specifically that share transfer between two companies or rights issue between two companies is not subject to transfer pricing?
I agree with you. There must be clarity. These are new issues which have come up. There was no such thing as transfer pricing 10 or 15 years ago when we used to practice in the High Court. These are new things. We have to be in sync with new things, whether in this branch or whether it's the arbitration, etc. Finally, the government should take a call, maybe in line with international practices.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.